Hello, sweet friends. I miss y'all so much. I hope y'all are doing well, and I hope y'all had fun making your Nada boxes. Today, I'm really excited because I don't know if you know this, but there's a certain thing that's this weekend, and it's Easter. Now, not everyone likes Easter, and that's okay. I like it, so I figured that I would read a new Easter story to y'all today. Sound good? Great. Today's book is titled The Easter Egg by Jan Brett. Cheer up, spring is here. Time to start on my first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorated the winning egg got to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. Hoppy had been dreaming about being that bunny all year long. Now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looked, rabbits were working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing idea, he thought. Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. The Easter rabbit will love those colorful eggs, he thought, and started picking flowers for his egg. Here's a basket for your flowers, Hoppy, Flora said. Those are beautiful eggs, aren't they? Yeah. Chop, 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 scrape, scrape. Hoppy spied Buster Birch carving a magnificent wooden egg. I wish I had some wood for my egg, he wished out loud. Here you go, Hoppy, Buster Birch said, and he put a smooth, round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. Thank you, Buster, Hoppy said. So I want you to think for a second. Take a thinking moment and put on your thinking caps. Do you think this is a fiction or a non-fiction story? Fiction, very good. Why do you think it's fiction? Yeah, because the animals are talking. Can animals really talk? No. Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight to the chocolate egg that Aunt Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting squiggles and bows. Hello, Hoppy, she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. Hippity hop, Hoppy exclaimed. I'll make the Easter rabbit a chocolate egg so sweet it will make his whiskers tingle. So far we've met quite a few characters, haven't we? Who's our main character? Who is the story about? What's his name? Hoppy, very good. Who's another one that we've met? What was his name? Buster, right? Very good. And then we've met Flora, and we've also met, does anyone know? Aunt Sassafras. Awesome job. Kiss your brains. Then Hoppy saw Granny Irony decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool. Then she dipped the eggs in pots of yellow, green, orange, and red dye, adding to the design each time. Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. I'll never make an egg that beautiful, he told Granny Irony. She smiled. Try, she said, giving him one of her special tools. Look at those beautiful eggs. Hoppy was hopping by Hans Vander Rabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit so real that he looked alive. Fantastic, Hoppy exclaimed. Thank you, Hoppy, Hans said. Why don't you make a painting on your egg? He gave Hoppy pots of paint and a fine brush. So now what characters do we know? What characters have we been introduced to? Very good. Flora. Hoppy, of course, the main one. Buster, excellent. Aunt Sassafras, or Sassafras technically, yes. Grandma Irony, and now who? Hans. Awesome job, you guys. As Hoppy bounced along, a loud boing nearly knocked him off his feet. It was a whirling, twirling mechanical egg. Whoa, Hoppy said, that's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one? Roberto asked. Hoppy tried hard, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up around him. Thank you, Roberto, he sighed, but I think I better make the egg that is right for me. So now we also know one that is named Roberto, right? There he is, right there. Hoppy hopped back to the woods and lay down under a tall tree to think. Making a beautiful egg is harder than I imagined, he thought. I guess I don't have to win. I just want to make an egg that I'm proud of. Do you think he's going to be able to win with an egg that he makes? You think so? Let's see. Suddenly, the woods rang with the squawking of birds, sounding an alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, calling wildly as if she couldn't decide where to go. An egg tumbled out of Mother Robin's nest. Inside the perfect blue egg was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until it hatched. Oh my goodness. So now there's a robin involved, and her name is Mother Robin. Isn't that so cool? Yeah. Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. I'll take care of you the best I can, he whispered. Relieved, Mother Robin chirped and settled down on her other 2 eggs. Do you think that Mother Robin was happy that he was keeping her other egg warm? You think so? Me too. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, he carefully turned the egg in its nest of moss. If it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. At night, wild animals passed by. Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often, he heard strange noises coming from above, but Hoppy didn't run away. Every day, the rabbits worked on their eggs. Tadpoles turned into frogs. Buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. Finally, it was time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. Do y'all know what a glen is? You're gonna find out. They had forgotten all about Hoppy, who was quietly sitting on the blue egg under the tall tree in the woods. Oh, cool. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit. Such a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist. Oh my goodness, what do you think it is? Look at them, they're all watching. And stopped. The Easter bunny stepped down from the wagon and admired the decorated eggs one by one. You have brought me the most beautiful eggs in the world, but a very special one is not here, he told them. The rabbits were puzzled. Whose egg do you think it could be? Whose egg do you think it is? You think it's Hoppy's? I think so too. Let's find out. Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs, he said. When I return, I will show it to you. And he disappeared into the woods. Awesome job. He came back with Hoppy, looking scruffy and bedraggled. Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of, the Easter rabbit told them. He has kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby bird hatched and she could take care of it. The Easter rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor atop the wagon. Now they were ready to go. The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised them all. "It's our best Easter ever, Hoppy," they shouted. Then the brave little bunny and the Easter rabbit rode off together to hide the eggs for girls and boys to find on Easter morning. And that, my friends, is the end. Very good. So today we're going to do something a little different, okay? We are going to make something that I call a retell tower. A what? Retell tower. Now, you remember our Legos from class, right? Well, we also have these small ones that were in our stem bins, right? So that's what I brought. I brought home some of our little tiny Legos, and I just have a few here, okay? And you can use any sort of color. I have 4 different colors here, and 3 of the Legos that I have are the same color, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. But whenever we're making our retell tower, the first thing that we need to think about are who the characters were. Can you do that with me? Yeah. So who are the characters? Who was the story about? Who all did we see in there? Hoppy, he was the main character, right? What was another one? Flora, what else? Buster, yes. Aunt Sassafras, Grandma Irony, Hans, the Easter Bunny, of course. Who else? Mother Robin, right? And then we saw other bunnies too, but did we know their names in this one? No. So that's our first Lego. So I'm just gonna put that, and I'm gonna just kind of leave it this way, and I'm just gonna put it on my table, okay? Now, I want you to think, stretch on your thinking caps. What was the setting of the story? Remember, where did the setting, what is the setting? So make your top of your house, make your triangle. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, setting is where the characters are. So where were they in the story? In the woods. Yeah, what was that other word that I say you may not know yet? Glen, awesome. Where else? Yeah, those are really the only 2 places, right? Other than like their homes or their burrows. So now I'm gonna take a purple one, and all I'm doing is I'm just stacking them up to make a tower. Cool? Awesome. Now, this is where my 3 Legos that are the same color come in, okay? What happened at the beginning of the story? What happened at the beginning? What happened first? Yeah, you're right. Hoppy was starting to make his very own Easter egg. He was looking for things to make his first Easter egg ever, right? Awesome. What happened in the middle of the story? Yeah, he kept on looking for items, and he didn't feel like he was going to do as good as everyone else, right? But then in the kind of toward the middle, it was like the middle-ish end. It's kind of getting back there. Who did he find? Mother Robin, right? And what did he decide to do instead? He decided to help her. Yeah, how did he help her? Yeah, he kept her egg warm, right? He kept one of her eggs warm. Awesome. So now we have our middle. So characters, setting, beginning, middle. Now what happened at the very end? Remember, they all met in that, what's that new place called? The Glen. Very good. And the Easter Bunny was deciding which one was the best of all, right? Yeah. And whose did he decide? Hoppy's. Isn't that so cool? Yeah. So Hoppy's ended up being one of the best eggs of all. And now we have our beginning, middle, end. Now, I have one more. Okay. And this one, I want you to think for a second. This one I'm going to say is like the heart of the story. What do you think the lesson was? What do you think it was trying to tell you in the story? This one's a little difficult. This one's challenging. Yeah, maybe just helping others out. Maybe just being nice, treating others the way you would want to be treated. Yeah, that's a really good guess. Yeah. Excellent job. All right, so let's look at our retell tower. We have, what were the first things that we had to talk about? The characters. Then we had to talk about the setting. Then we had those three that were the same. We had the beginning, middle, and then we had that one that was the heart or the message of the story, right? Excellent job, y'all. I hope y'all had fun today. I'm super excited for the rest of our books this week. I'm especially excited for Friday, and I'll tell you about that on Wednesday's video. But I hope y'all are having fun, and I hope y'all are staying safe, and I will see y'all soon. All right, have a good one. Bye, y'all.